What's up everybody, it's the Fetid Bobo here, and this is patch 27 of the forest. So for this one, the major addition was the trophies. You just go ahead, slap a stick up on a wall, find a head that you would like to place there, and then just bring it there. So I think for all of them except the shark, it's pretty obvious. For the shark, all you have to do is find the dead body and chop its head off. So now there's something to do with them besides jump on top of them. I think they look pretty cool, except for these smaller animals. If you see there on the left, it's the rabbit. It's more like a penis on the wall because you can't really see it. I really like the crocodile a lot. It looks pretty cool. Shark's alright, but that crocodile's badass. Here's the tennis racket. I actually had to cheat in order to get it because I couldn't find it. I looked in a lot of locations and it's really bad. I think I'm missing something here because it's got mediocre block, mediocre speed, bad damage. I feel like it's either a lore item or I'm missing something. I actually tried to grab one of those tennis balls on the ground, see if I could do like a strike or something with it, but I couldn't. It would be a great addition if they add that later though. At the moment, I think it's a lower item. Here's the new wobble with high jumps. Ugh. It's a pretty cool effect. It makes you feel like you're really flying. Obviously, I did a little cheating to get those crazy jumps. And the game thought I should have been dead, which is why I got the gray screen. Alright, here is the new rabbit pelt. I just threw it on the seat, make it nice and comfy. I don't know if they'll be able to do this or not, but I would really like it if you could kind of manipulate the shape of it a little bit more. Maybe some sort of painting feature. I don't know, just because it overlays funky and it's hard to get it in a way that you would prefer it to be. It's still cool. I wouldn't take it out of the game or anything if that wasn't an option, but if it was almost like a paintable material, it would be easier to use. Because right here, you'll see there's a little bit of an overlay. It's alright, it's not an issue. Anyways, new pelt is awesome. Okay, here is a ceiling skull lamp. You can put that on ceilings, obviously. Now, one of the things that I encountered is I couldn't rotate it unless I wasn't looking at a surface it would actually stick to. Now you can sprint down and up the rope. Down is much cooler, check this out. Whee! That's very cool. The map to the caves is still in the same spot. It's where you respawn if you just go further in. Now the map updates with your location and what you've explored with. It's a bit more accurate, so finding stuff will just be easier. It'll be very helpful for exploring, obviously. And it's kind of got a little bit of a light effect to it, but you'll definitely want your lighter out too. Just watch out for blind walking like I did. The sun can now be blocked by clouds, which will create an overcast feeling. Obviously, this is just partial block. Okay, we've been through a lot of the obvious major changes. There's still some great smaller ones under the hood kind of stuff. For example, this is a reorganization of the book just to make it make more sense. And we're going to start listing out those other features. So if you just wanted to see the trophy, the tennis racket, or something like that, we've already done that. Now let's go list off those other fun stuffs. Multiplayer. Hits from enemies on players are now calculated locally to help reduce the appearance of lag. Reviving another player no longer requires meds and restores only a minimum amount of health. Fixed issues of explosions not destroying trees when not next to the host player. Fixed another log dupe bug. I almost feel like that'd be a feature for some multiplayer players. Fixed an issue where some of the smaller tree types were not cuttable with explosives. Fixed performance issues with lots of buildings. Fixed an issue where randomly, some wood planks being destroyed would not replicate out to other players. Fixed an issue where a client could not kill fish with explosives. Why would you be killing fish with explosives? Fixed suitcases, sometimes jittering back and forth for a client while stuck between objects. Enemy hit reactions are more varied and closer to the single-player experience. Optimized remote player animator cost. Fixed exploding trees spawning 2-cut tree models. Moving on to balance, slightly increased all axe damage. Deer can no longer be killed with one arrow. I'm actually kind of sad about that. Lowered crafted club damage. Lowered attack range of mutants when attacking with only hands or claws. Run stamina cost reduced by 15%. Hunger speed reduced. So basically, it's 30% lower now. It was about 2 full stomachs per in-game day. Now it's 1.35 per in-game day. Just so you don't have to manage your hunger as much. Hitting an enemy with a flying axe attack now does more damage based on the height of the jump. That's kind of like one of those death-defying jumps you would see in an Assassin's Creed game, except now you smash them with an axe and they explode into little bits. Players can climb up, down ropes faster. We've seen that one. Adrenaline rush. When a player health reaches gray zone because of an enemy hit, he gets half his missing stamina back over 1 second with a 2-minute delay. So now if you are swinging wildly with your axe or katana out of energy, if you get into that gray, you have the possibility of making it out just yet anyways, because you can whip out some more blocks or finish him off with that fast attack. Enemy hit that should cause death while the player health is above the gray zone instead brings the player to 1 HP. So it looks like you'll be guaranteed to have that gray zone opportunity so long as you didn't get that death-killing blow. Death-killing blow. So long as you don't get killed within that gray zone itself. Alright, now we're on to AI. Enemies can now see players from further away when not surrounded by trees. Fuck. Prevented enemies targeting down players in co-op. Fire mutant is now immune to fire. Wonderful, wonderful. Fixed preying behavior from enemies almost never occurring. I have not seen that yet, but that's probably because this bug fixes it. And I tried to find it, but I imagine it's still semi-rare. Basically, you're going to come upon a group of mutants that are worshipping, I think it's like towards the sun or some such, but as long as you don't interact with them, they won't be aggressive until they're finished praying, or you can just play with them if you want. Fixed arm Z occasionally spinning on the spot for no reason. That actually sounds like a funny bug. Fixed fire mutants almost never choosing to throw firebombs. Enemies will attempt to cut their friends down from rope traps. Fix some issues with enemy spawning over days. Should see more variety / amounts of mutants in general. That actually sounds like a difficulty increase. Mutants will break off attacks from structures more often if a player is nearby. Fire mutant is now faster and more aggressive. Fucking wonderful. That was like 3 changes to the fire mutant, all buffs. Rendering. New SH lighting added. More ambient breakup, better looking, less flat ambient fill light. Woo! Visuals. Improved look of distant terrain, more breakup, more bump. Ocean white caps will now fade in as the player moves closer to the ocean instead of popping. Sun brightness is now dependent on cloud coverage, showed that one. Procedural buildings can no longer be stacked with defensive walls as a support. Increased speed terrain dries after raining by 2 times. Added 1 cloth cost, 2 stick marker. Reorganized survival book, we've seen that one. Held Walkman playing music will alert nearby enemies now. Regular mutants should no longer follow players into water. That much. Enemies can now jump over and interact with the rock holder. Jumping onto small objects directly in front of the player is now smoother / less glitchy. Added camera shake when falling a long distance. We've seen that, it's badass. Sleeping bag models added to caves. Hanging body models in caves moved down to stop wobbling. Slight wobble added to the yacht. It was pretty damn static before, so this is pretty cool that they have a little sway to it now. 4 types of large cave stalagmites can now be smashed apart. I broken one. I only found one because the other ones didn't break for whatever reason. But there's no point to break them besides the fact that it just looks cool that they can be broken. Maybe that'll change later. Some performance changes. Skull lamp particle and light get turned off at a distance from player. Optimize CPU usage when building a lot of rope traps. Cut down trees now use pool log pickups, limited to 100 instances. Oldest ones get removed if new ones are created past the limit. Tree wood hit particles now use pooled version. Optimize CPU usage on log sled. Fix some objects not getting cleaned up when cutting trees down. Lowered memory usage of freshly cut down trees remaining stumps. New art. A new lighter model and texture added. New seaweed clumps added for the beach. You can see them fairly easily. They're just all over the place, and they're just seaweed clumps. Added new grass types and visual improvements to the foliage. Added new prop, ROV. I think that's a remote operated vehicle. Those things they throw into the ocean and like they check out Titanic with and shit like that. Snow-covered area has new grass type, new grass placement. North and south of Big Lake terrain polish added grass. New sleeping bags and alternate bloody ones. Torn version of the blue tent added. Can't be slept in. It's fucking useless. Also, it gives you that wonderful thought that, you know, this this tent was ripped open, and while you sleep in it, maybe they'll rip open on you too. In fact, maybe they should add that, like, in the middle of the night wake-ups. Audio. Fixed audio bugs with Windows 10 and some drivers which cause weird static sound. Added Armsy running breaths and tuned the trees falling sound a little more. Made rain start out loud and loop a little louder than it used to. Tuned mutant distant cries. Added Armsy tree knockdown sound. Tuned tree falling and tree hitting ground sounds. Added new Armsy yells. New snow footstep added. Parentheses, this is not yet implemented, so I think they have a new snow footstep, but you won't hear it yet. Mixing. Small bird on hand, distant surf, leaves falling, leaf rustle, laptop dragging, hammering, footstep rock, footstep grass, footstep mud, footstep jump. That's all have mixing now. Fixed deadfall trap not playing sound event issue. I've actually experienced that one. Fixed footsteps sometimes getting stuck as wood, regardless of what surface a player is walking on. Deadfall trap sound redesigned and added to game. Happy birthday trap sound event timing adjusted. Cleaned up mixer objects so audio events don't play when the game is paused. Added glass smash for unlit Molotovs. Improved small birds flying sound. Chopping trees don't duck wind so much. Removed a waterfall audio emitter that was incorrectly placed. Tuned dying sound, so first ragged breaths, then heartbeat, then blood in ears. World sounds get affected a little earlier also. Fixed tree bridges triggering incorrect player footstep sound. Fixed sleep timer broken when having nearby enemies. Fixed wrong item equipping after having cancelled placing a blueprint by opening a book. Exploded enemy pickup object icons show the inventory action key. Garden blueberry respawn bug fixed. Dropped katana turning into what? Dropped katana turning into dynamite. Fixed an issue with custom effigies automatically lighting up. That's spooky. Fixed dead text having gradient inside it. Missing sticks on sled ghost model. Cost is now 21 sticks. Missing 7 leaf cost on rock pit and standing fires. Tree platform missing 1 rope cost. Thrown dynamite having sheen effect on material. Missing collision on drawing rack, rock holder. Cannibal village old fires, pig head sticks, and hollow logs. Fixed fire stick missing from Fire Mutant in multiplayer. Fixed place distraction device, not waking sleeping enemies. What the fuck is a distraction device? Just like throwing a rock? Fixed an edge case issue with cold system causing, after being warmed up by the sun, to never get cold until going nearby a fire. Fix the HUD disappearing after opening a book while pushing the sled. It's no longer to open the book while pushing a sled. Fix players losing stamina while stationary if holding the run key. Fix spears not doing any damage when thrown or aimed downwards. So now you can kill those animals again if you're having difficulty hitting the rabbits or shit. Lowered health of crocodiles. Players can no longer perform heavy swing attack if their stamina is low. But keep in mind you can have that gray moment where you get your stamina back shortly. Rendering change. Deferred skin shader improved. Subsurface scattering will only be applied on lights casting real-time shadows. Visual. Large scale ambient occlusion added to trees and plants. Art. Improved the look of snowy area and backdrop cliff transition. New input action. Map is set to M. You go ahead and press M to open your map. The left shoulder 1 on gamepad. Check your control settings if you have no idea what it is. Fix the camera seeing down next sometimes during the plane crash. And that is all of the changes that they've listed, and we are done with patch 27. Well, thank you so much for watching. It's been awesome. I really look forward to those changes they have to the custom building, just because I really want to get one going. I'm probably going to get one going, even though they said they'll improve it in the future, just because I don't want to wait. But that's going to be awesome because it's a good system, but sometimes a little picky on where your mouse is, and you're like trying to put a table through your floor and stuff. Anyways, take care guys, have a wonderful day, enjoy the update, and thank you Midnight Games.